up, Instagram? I hope we're all having a fabulous start to the week. Today, I want to share with you in this live the key mindset shift that I know to be the reason how I was able to create a six-figure business within 1 year. And I know this was the reason because this was my main focus. This was the work, the mindset work that I was doing very deeply for all of last year and also still what I do today. So I want to share this mindset shift with you because it's slight, it's small, but it creates massive change. It creates a massive ripple effect into your life. So let's get to it. When I've been going after big goals, big dreams for a very long time. It's what I've been doing forever. Now, I would think about my dream. I would think about my goal from the perspective of what do I need to do to make this my reality? What do I need to do to bring this into my life? Or what do I need to do to book that job, get that promotion, get whatever you're trying to go for? The energy was very much in the do. What do I need to do? And these aren't bad questions. Like, these are very activating questions. For those of us who like taking a lot of action, who like getting out there and doing the things, it's kind of natural for us to think this way. And this was the way that I would approach nearly all of my goals all the time. What do I need to do to make this happen? And from there, my brain would give me all these things and I would go out and do the things. Now, what I didn't realize was how this mindset of what do I need to do was creating a very lack energy in my body. My energetic signature wasn't fully behind the vision, wasn't fully behind the goal that I was trying to call in when I was approaching the goal from this angle only, from this energy only of the do. What do I need to do? I was missing a very key ingredient here. So I started to shift and change my approach to my goals from what do I need to do to bring this into my reality to who do I need to be? Who do I need to become? And I started to work on the woman behind the goal. So I started to work on who I am behind the goal. Like, who's Tanya operating a six-figure business? Who's Tanya attracting soulmate clients? Who's Tanya booking these big, huge dance jobs? Who is Tanya living at this level? And when I felt into that and I started to tap into that energy, this is when things started to really accelerate for me, especially in my business. And I learned this shift pretty early on in my self-development journey. So when I did start to create my business and I did have the idea of like being an entrepreneur, turning my passion to my paycheck, this lifestyle that I was being drawn to, when I did start to feel this and want to explore this and got curious about this new way of living and this new lifestyle that I could create for myself, this was how I went into it from the get-go. This has been the energy that I've created my business with from the start. It's, yes, what do I need to do? But before I even get to that point, it's who do I need to be? Then what do I need to do? So there is a step before the do. And this is what a lot of people forget because we get so excited, we get so activated by the goal, and we get so caught up in like, it could be right here, or we get so into our head about it that the funniest part about it was not funny, but the thing about it is like, we're not trying to like, we're doing that because we want the goal. Like, we're doing that and we mean so well, you know? Like, when I think about myself sometimes, when I would get into that headspace of, what do I need to do? Okay, I'm willing to do the things. I'm going to go out and do the things. I think about myself and I'm like, I'm only trying to get the things, you know? I'm only trying to bring the goal into my life. Little did I know I'm missing this key ingredient that is going to connect all the dots. This key ingredient, what's up, Sarah? This key ingredient that is going to be the attachment, the string, if you will, the energetic string that connects me to my next level, connects me to my goal. And without this, the calibration process, the becoming process of who I get to become through creating a business, who I get to become through booking the job, through finding the relationship, through getting the promotion, through getting a higher salary, whatever you're trying to manifest, this is where we forget that step. And this energetic current that is connecting us to all of it is the big missing piece. I was very much a doer too, very masculine energy. Yes. And here's the thing, Sarah, too. I have naturally a lot of masculine energy. And obviously for those of us who have been working on energetics and learning energetics and that femme and masculine balance of how you approach your goal, we know it's very unique for everyone, and everyone has their specific balance that is going to be perfect for them. And for me personally, I've swung in the opposite directions multiple times. I naturally swing into the masculine and I catch myself all the time. And now from doing this work so much, I can see when I've done this, like when I've gone up to my head and I now in the what do I need to do instead of who do I need to be, right? And this takes a lot of awareness. And this takes a lot of work, and this is like constant checking in with yourself. But I promise you, even though it does feel like a lot of work of like catching yourself before you go take the action, catching yourself with thinking about your goal. And this is something you can do in your life, literally wherever you're at in regards to your specific goal right now, wherever you're at with it, whatever goal you're trying to manifest. This is something you can do right now, here with me. Think and feel into where you're at. And when you think about that juicy, big dream goal, who do you need to be? Who are you at that level? Who is the version of you that is living, breathing, acting, feeling, and living in that lifestyle? And feel into the difference. Is there a difference in the way you're showing up? In the way that you're acting, in the way that you're presenting yourself, in the action steps that you do take, in the investments that you make? Are you supported? Like, you get to feel into that next level self. And this is the process, by not just jumping into what do I need to do to get the result, but who do I need to be? Then what do I need to do to get the result? So this is like the core work that I do in my personal life constantly, but it's a constant journey in my personal life. But also this is the work that I do with my clients in my mastermind and private coaching. It's the focus on the woman behind the goal, because I'm all about achieving big goals. I love them. I can't get enough of them. I would add more big goals to my plate if I could handle it. Like, I'm obsessed with big goals. I'm obsessed with them. And I'm also obsessed with seeing how big I can go and how quickly I can bring it into my reality. I'm kind of addicted to big energy, okay? But this is the work that we do. The woman behind the goal, because the big goal gets to be a part of your life. But as you are rising up to become a match to that big goal, everything else in your life gets to rise with you. And I truly believe that. It's like, yes, we're going to rise up in your career. You're going to start the business of your dreams. You're going to make all the money. You're going to do all the things. Yes, yes, yes. We love that. But at the same time, your relationship with your partner gets to become better than you could even imagine. The relationship with your friends get to deepen and be more intimate, and you can create a whole level of friendships with your current friends. The relationship to yourself will rise. Like, I love not only going after the goal, but this is why I say we focus on the woman behind the goal, because you're so much more than just your career. You're so much more than just one goal, and everything's going to calibrate upwards when you are working towards one thing anyway. But sometimes we forget about it, or sometimes we don't focus on it. But when we tap into who are you that's operating at that level, we're not just talking about who are you in regards to the goal. We're talking about who are you? How do you wake up in the morning? What do you do on your free time? Do you have a morning routine? Do you and your partner go on dates once a week? Like, what is the stuff that you need that fuels your soul, that lights you on fire, that is easy inspiration for you, that makes you go, I love what I'm doing so much, that you're naturally inspired to go out and do the things. So this work is something I'm super passionate about. It's, like I shared, it's work that I do for myself on a really regular basis, constantly checking in on who do I want to be, who am I, I like to think about it like this. Like, if my goal was a thing, like let's say my business, this is going to sound kind of funny. Bear with me. Let's see where this example goes. Sometimes my examples are great, and other times I'm like, did you guys get that? I don't know. I don't know if I got it. But if my goal, whatever I'm manifesting, was a thing, well, is a thing, but if it was manifesting someone to have it, to be it, to live it, if my goal was manifesting something, Who would it be manifesting? Am I a match to my goal? Is my goal wanting me? Who do I need to be a match to that? Let me reframe. This is a better way. If you were trying to manifest the love of your life and you were like, I want this man, I want him to be this and that and this and that. Think about that man and then flip it. Is he manifesting someone like you? And is the thing that you're manifesting an energetic match for you? Who do you get to be at that level? And it's not that you're not good enough now. I don't want anyone to feel that. What I love about this process is it's creative. You really do get to create your next level identity when you tap into this energy of who do I want to be? Who do I get to become through creating this goal? For me, who I got to become through creating my business changed my life. So this process was how I did it. Who I got to become through creating the business was how I created the 6-figure business in a year, because of who I was, who I became. It wasn't from what I did. Yes, what I did was good shit. Yes, I was smart. I was a smart businesswoman. I did the things. I did the things. I invested in mentors. I had the help. I got the strategies. I went and did the things. But before I went and did anything, I was in the energy of who do I need to be to live at that level? Who do I need to be that runs a company at that level? Who do I need to be that attracts clients at that level? There was that step way before I went out into the world and started taking the action steps. So what that also did was, when I did go out into the world with my action, I was in the energy of the 6-figure version of me. I was taking action as that version of me. I was showing up. I was thinking. I was inspired. I was creating at that level. So it was in alignment to the goal. It was in alignment to the vision. Sarah, how do you become the person without the doing part? How do you become the person without the doing part? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you're basically saying, how do I become the 6-figure business version of me without actually doing anything? So this is the mindset. This is the energy. This is the rituals. Is it solely energetics? Yes, it is. It is. But let me word it to you like this. One of my mentors says this all the time, and I think this is going to really land for you, Sarah. It takes work, but it's not the work you think. It takes work. There's things for you to do, but it's not the things you think you need to do. Like, it's not before you go out to become that next level version of you. And for you, Sarah, I know you're creating a business right now. So it's not like, let me go out and post on social media and go out and create all these courses. It's, yes, do that. But first, feel into the energy of you at that level running a business. And that is done through working on yourself. How do you at that level support yourself? How do you at that level start your day? Are you starting your day getting straight up and just going into work and then kind of getting into the flow of the day and not checking in with yourself, not being intentional, not slowing down, not feeling what feels right for you? And are you maybe waking up and getting straight into the action steps, or straight into your to-do list, or straight into the things that you have going on in that day? That is like the energy part. That's like who you are at that level. So that is the work that I did. It was, who am I that is creating a business? So Eleanor, what's up? So let me know if this makes sense. And also, Sarah, I know we're on a live, so it's hard for me to make sure I'm answering your question correctly, but let me know if that's landing a little deeper. It is the energetics, but it's also just who you're creating a new identity. Who I was before like a year ago, didn't operate at this level. I didn't think at this level. I didn't feel at this level. I didn't give myself the time and space to create at this level back then, because I didn't know. Eleanor, I'm obsessed with you too. I didn't know what needed to be done, but what I did know was how I was moving wasn't in alignment to where I was going. Can you give an example of what you did, babe, energetic wise? Yes. So the biggest thing for me was slowing down my creation process, because I knew for myself I was a doer. I had natural masculine energy pumping through my veins, and I knew that was my default. And especially coming from my background that I did, which was pursuing a career in the professional dance industry here, it was all about the doing, and the way I felt didn't really matter. So that was the world I was coming from. And I knew that creating a business at the level I wanted in that energy was going to lead to so much burnout, and it wasn't going to be sustainable, and I was going to have to work so hard if the version of me then, with all of those current limiting beliefs, in the way that I showed up, in the energy that I showed up to do those things, creating a 6-figure business like that was going to take a hell of a long time, and it was going to be exhausting, and I was probably going to hate it. So I knew that already going in. So the awareness around what's working, what's not working, what am I enjoying, what am I not enjoying, how did I create and manifest before, and do I want to do that again? The awareness around where I'm at and how I'm going after my goals, and am I actually even enjoying that process? The awareness around this was my first thing. And I was clear on that. I was very adamant that I will not recreate the world that I came from. And it wasn't that it was bad, but the way that I went after my goals before I started my business was in a very masculine energy, meaning I didn't have my quality of life, the way that I felt, my self-care was not there. Like, my cup was just draining as I fueled and put into my business, my career, not my business because I changed that there, but I was putting into my career. I was filling up my career cup and I was empty. And I knew that that was not the way that I was going to build this business. So that was my energetic shift. That was, who do I need to become that can create a business in the energy that I want to live and breathe in? And I knew that it wasn't what I was doing. So I had to get clear on where I was at. You should get into Turn Your Passion into Your Paycheck, because I just did 2 modules on this. I had to get clear on where I was at. Then I had to get clear on what the dream business actually looked like. And this is why, I don't know if I said it in a live or if I made a post around it, but I probably did both actually. But I said, with Turn Your Passion into Your Paycheck, I said I dreamt of my dream life, and then I built my business to support it. And this was the difference in how I went after my goals before. Because before it was, I visioned my goals and my life revolved around my goals. But that's not how I created this business. My business was structured on, I visioned the dream life, who I am at that dream life, the things, the desires, the money, the bank account, the relationship, the vacations, the car. Like, I went there. And for those of you in Turn Your Passion into Paycheck, this is module 1, and I gave you homework around this. I went there with this, and then I got clear on, who do I need to be that is living at that level and creating at that level. So everything that I got inspired to create was in alignment to that vision, and it got me there. This is like in the earlier set of this live, I was saying the energetic threads that are connecting who you are today and where you want to be is the energy. It's literally the energy. So it's not about the action. It's about who you are, not what you do. So getting clear on who you are at the level that you want to be at is the key. I know this is a lot. So Sarah, if you're even still here, let me know if you survived that. And let me know if you survived that. And for anyone else who joined, let me know if this is resonating. And if you're watching on the replay, comment below, because I know that was a lot. But this is the work. This is the fucking work. Like, this is the conversations that go down in my mastermind all the time and my private coaching all the time, because this is the work. It is work, but it's great work, and it's the most rewarding work. But it is work, and it's not like physical work, right? Like, it's not showing up and doing a live work. It's sitting and being like, how do I feel about that? Is this the way that I want to show up for myself? Can I love myself better? Can I take more time for me? How can I make this more exciting for me? What is the dream life that I want to create? And do I have any aspects of it now? If not, what can I do to feel like I can? What can I do to feel like I do? What are some things that I can get inspired to create in my home, in my environment, that make me feel so fucking beautiful, that so luxurious, that make me feel like a boss babe. And this is the work that I did. It was the inner work instead of the outer work. But once the inner work was done first, anything I did, that's the real work, yes. Anything I did from this space, from this energy, pretty much nearly a lot of the time worked. Like, there was things that didn't work because I'm a business owner and there's shit that works and there's some things that don't, but a lot of it did. And I'm grateful that I learned this like before I even decided to start a business. I was very aware that this was how I'm going to live my life moving forward, from how I feel. How I felt became top priority. Oh, good, Sarah. I'm glad. How I felt became top priority. Then I went out and did whatever I needed to do. So I don't even know where I'm at. I feel like I went on like 8 different tangents in this live, but hopefully some of this made sense. But to sum up, because I do want to wrap this up, to sum up, the work, the mindset shift, the key that I implemented that changed everything, that sped everything up, that quantum leaped me into the lifestyle that I live today. I'm glad, Sarah. I'm glad you think so. Oh my God, my neck's so red. The mindset work that got me to where I am today was this. Everything that I just riffed and ranted and raged on in this live was the work. This is what I did. This was the mindset shift. And it was catching myself in the moment again and again and again and again. When I felt myself go up to my mind and be like, what do I need to do? How do I need to make this work? How am I going to make this happen? It was slowing down, pausing, giving myself space, taking a breath, coming back to my body, reconnecting to my why, reconnecting to my vision, calming myself down before I just went out and started to take action for immediate gratification. It was, who am I that's doing that? Who am I infusing that? Who am I? And what energy am I infusing that action with versus just going out and doing it? So this was the work, and this is the work we do. This is a big part of what I do. So if you loved it, let me know. If you want some more answers around this, slide in my DMs, comment below. I'm like, on day 8 of my IG live 10-day challenge. I'm slaying it, guys. I'm doing it. Only a few days left. All right. I think this is it. That was a lot. I think this is it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.